Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 14th of November 2021. The day is Sunday. Right now, I am in the 9th Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is DMaths 4024. We are working on the syllabus, and we are studying the book D4. And in the D4, we have we are working on the chapter number 5, which is about the matrices. And we are working on exercise 5D. This is the second lecture on the exercise 5D. In my first lecture, we have done question number 1, question number 4, and today we will start from the question number 5. So let's start today's work, and we will be learning about the determinants and inverse of our matrix. So let's start. Okay. So we are working on exercise 5D, and this is D3. And we are supposed to start working from the question number 5. It says, given that A is equals to 2435 and the B is 2436, calculate the determinant of A and the determinant of B, hence find the inverse of A and the B where possible. Okay, so let's go to the question number 5. Here we go. So you can see that the matrix A is given here, 2, 4, 3, 5. I will find its determinant. Along this diagonal, I will multiply these two numbers. 2 multiply 5, and then there is a negative in the formula, and then I will multiply these numbers on this diagonal. So 3 multiply 4. So you will have 10 minus 12, and that will be minus 2. Then we will find the adjoint of A. The adjoint of A, along this diagonal, we will interchange the location of these two numbers. So 5 will come here, 2 will come here, as you can see here. And these two numbers along this diagonal, we simply change their signs. Whatever their signs are, just change them. So here you can see we have written minus 4, minus 3. Then the A inverse is 1 by A determinant into adjoint A. So that will be 1 by the determinant is minus 2. And here we have the adjoint. Now you can 1 by minus 2, that will multiply with all 4 members. So you will get at the end 5 by minus 2, minus 4 by minus 2, minus 3 by minus 2, and 2 by minus 2. So you will get minus 5 by 2, this will become 2, this will become 3 by 2, this will become minus 1. So here you got, this is how you will find the A inverse. Then we have the matrix B. Matrix B is 2, 4, 3, 6. So first of all, I will find its determinant. The determinant will be along this diagonal. I will multiply these two members with each other. So 2 multiply 6, then this is the negative in the formula. Then these two members will multiply. So you will have 3 multiply 4. So you got 12 minus 12, and that is 0. So any matrix whose determinant is 0, we call it a singular matrix. And the singular matrix don't have inverse. So its inverse is not possible. So this is how you will do the question number 5. Hopefully you have understood how we found the determinant, how we found the adjoint of that matrix, and how we found the inverse of that matrix. Okay, so let's go to the next question. And the next question coming up on your screen is question number 6. You can see, given that the determinant of a matrix, the matrix is 2A minus 4 minus 1, 5 is 16. Find the value of A, hence write down the inverse of the matrix. Okay, so it's given to us that the determinant of this matrix is 16. So from there we will form an equation, and from there I can very easily find out the value of the A. So let me show you how we do this. And here we go. So question number 6. Okay. So this is given, the matrix A is given 2A minus 4 minus 1, 5. The determinant of the A is also given, that's 16. And we want to find out the value of the A. So I will find the determinant of this matrix. Also, I will multiply these two terms with each other. these two members. Okay, so 2a multiply 5, then a negative, that's the formula, and then -1 will multiply with -4. You can see this here. So it will be 10a minus minus plus plus minus minus, and that will be 4 equals 16. Take this -4 to the other side, it will become +4. So you will have 10a equals to 16 plus 4. 10a is equal to 20. So a will be equal, this 10 is multiplying. When it will go to the other side, it will divide. So a will be equals to 2. So my dear students, this is how you will do the question number 16. So let's go to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen is question number, question number 7. And here we have, write down the inverse of 3, 2, 1, 4. It's a matrix, and use it to solve the equation. Okay. So first of all, I will find the inverse of this matrix. I can name it anything. For example, let me say I name it as D, and you can name it as C. So I will find its inverse. Once I know its inverse, then I will solve this first part. Before going into the question, and let me show you this. This is A multiplied this matrix as equals to this matrix. So when you want to find out the value of the A, so this matrix will go to the other side. So it is multiplying here. When it will go to the other side, when it comes here, it will become its inverse. Okay, because this is on the second position on the left hand side, its inverse will be also written on the second position on the right side. If you look at this part B, here you have this matrix multiplied with the B equals to this matrix. So I want to find out the value of the B. So this matrix, which is multiplying with the B on the left side, it will go to the right side. So when it goes to the right side, its matrix, when it comes here, it will become its inverse. Here you will write its inverse. But here on the left side, this matrix is written on the first position. So its matrix will be also written on the first position on the right side. This is a very, very, very important thing. Here, this matrix is on the second position. When it goes to the other side, it becomes its inverse. But because it's on the second position, on the other side, its inverse is also written on the second position. Here, this matrix will go on the other side. It will become inverse. But here it is on the left side, it is on the first position. So its inverse will be also written on the first position on the right side. It's a very important rule of the matrix. So don't forget this. Okay, don't ignore it. Don't forget it. Okay. So let me do this question, and here we go. So we will have question number 7 is coming up. The first portion of the question number 7 was there was a matrix given 3, 2, 1, 4, and I want to find out its inverse. So I am skipping some steps. If you want to find out its inverse, it will be 1 by determinant of this and into adjoint of this. So its determinant will be 3 into 4 minus 2 into 1. So here you can see I have written 3 into 4 minus 1 into 2, 1 by this, because the formula is 1 by a determinant into adjoint. So adjoint, in the adjoint, we change the position of these two and we change the sign of these two. So here you will have 4 minus 2 minus 1 and 3. So this will be 1 by 10 into 4 into minus 4 minus 2 minus 1, 3. So hopefully you understand, because I have not found the determinant separately and adjoint separately and then written the formula for the inverse. I have done it in a single step. So don't bring this 1 by 10 inside, because we still have to multiply this inverse with another matrix. So I'm not bringing this 1 by 10 inside, because that will make your multiplication a little complicated. So keep this 1 by 10 outside. Okay, so the first part is that A multiply 3 to 1, 4 equals to 1, 2, 0 minus 3. So when this will go to the other side, it will become its inverse. So because it's on the second position, its inverse will be also written here on the second position. So you can see here in the next step, A is equals to, first of all, I wrote this, then its inverse is written here. This is that adjoint thing, and this is 1 by 10. Because I'm not writing 1 by 10 here, I'm writing at the start. but the adjoint should be written here. So you see the inverse is written on the second position. So now I will multiply these two. For multiplication, from here I take rows, and from here I take column. So here we have first row, this is the second row, this is the first column, this is the second column. So this first row will multiply with the first row. First row will multiply with the first column here. 1 multiply 4 plus 2 multiply minus 1. So 1 multiply 4, that's 4, and 2 multiply minus 1, that's minus 2. So here I've written 4 minus 2. Then this first row will multiply with this second column. So 1 will multiply with minus 2, and 2 will multiply 3. So here we have written minus 2 plus 6. Then there are no more columns. So the second row's turn. So now it's the second row's turn to multiply. So 0 multiply 4, that will be 0. Minus 3 multiply minus 3, that will be plus 3. Then it will multiply, the second row will multiply with the second column. So 0 multiply minus 2, that will be 0. Minus 3 multiply 3, that will be minus 9. So you will have 4 minus 2, that will be 2. Minus 2 plus 6, that will be 4. 0 plus 3, that will be 3. 0 minus 9, that will be minus 9. So this 1 by 10 will also come inside. So you will have 2 by 10, 4 by 10, 3 by 10, minus 9 by 10. So when you cancel these numerator and denominators, you will get 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 10, minus 9 by 10. So this is the value of the A. I have checked this answer, and this is perfectly good. Hopefully you have understood this question. So let's move to the next part. So on your screen, we have the second part of the question number 7. And the question was 3, 2, 1, 4. It's a matrix multiplied with B equals to 3, 2, minus 4, minus 6. So this matrix will go to the other side. It will become it. And when it goes to the other side, it becomes its inverse. Because it's on the first position on the left side, its inverse is also written on the first position. So here you can see in the second step that the B is equal to 1 by 10. I'm writing its inverse. We have found its inverse at the start of this question. You will have 4 minus 2 minus 1, 3. And then this matrix, you can see that the inverse is written on the first position on the right side. Then I will multiply this matrix with this matrix. So from here, I will take the rows, and from here, I will take the column. So the first row will multiply with the first column, then the first row will multiply with the second column. 4 multiply 3, that's 12. Minus 2 multiply with minus 4, that's plus 8. 4 multiply 2, that's 8. Minus 2 multiply with the minus 6, that's plus 12. Then the second row's turn is to multiply. So the second row will multiply with the first column, and then it will multiply with the second column. So now you will have minus 1 multiply 3, that's minus 3. 3 multiply minus 1, that's minus 4, that's minus 12. So minus 1 multiply 2, that's minus 2. And 3 multiply with the minus 6, that's minus 18. So you will have 18 plus 12 plus 8, that's 20. 8 plus 12, that's 20. Minus 3 minus 12, that's minus 15. Minus 2 minus 18, that's minus 20. So this minus 1 by 10 will multiply with each member. So you will have 20 by 10, 20 by 10, minus 15 by 10, minus 20 by 10. So then B is equals to, you can cancel them with the 2, you can cancel them with the 2, you can cancel them with the 5, you can cancel them with the 5. So you will have 2, 2, minus 3 by 2, and minus 2. So this is the B part, the value of the B, and this is how you do the question number 7 is second part. Hopefully you understand. So let's move to the next question. So the next question coming up on your screen is question number 8. So let me besides this. So question number 8 is coming up on your screen. He says A is equals to 2, 3, 1, 2. B is equals to 1, 4, 3, 2. Write down the inverse matrices A inverse and B inverse. So this is the first task they are giving you. They are asking you to find out the inverse of the A and the B. So that's very simple. Hence your results to find. Hence use your results to find the matrices P and the Q such that the AP is equals to B and the QA is equal. Okay, so very simple. We have these values, and first task is to find out the inverse of A and the B. Okay, so let's go to our solution. Okay, so here we have the question number 8 coming up on your screen. A is given, that is 2, 3, 1, 2. B is given, that is 1, 4, 3, 2. So first of all, I will try to find out the inverse of A. So that will be 1 by A determinant into adjoint of A. You know the determinant is 2 multiplied. You multiply the members along this diagonal minus the members along this diagonal. So 1 by 2 into 2 minus 1 into 3. And then we will have adjoint. In adjoint, we interchange the location of these 2 points along this diagonal. And we change the signs of these 2 points along this diagonal. So you will have 2 minus 3 minus 1 and 2. So you will have here 4 minus 3, that will be 1. So 1 by 1 is equals to 1 by 1 into 2 minus 3 minus 1, 2. So this is how you find the inverse of A. Then the second, next part they ask you is to find out the B inverse, and I can find the B inverse. Very simple. Here is the matrix B. If you want to find out the B inverse, the formula is 1 by B mod B determinant into adjoint B. So 1 by, I will multiply these 2 members along this diagonal minus these 2 members along this diagonal. So 1 into 2 minus 3 into 4. And then we will have a joint. In a joint, we interchange the location of these 2 points along this diagonal, and we change the sign of these 2 members along this diagonal. So you will have 2 minus 4 minus 3 and 1. This downstairs here will be 2 minus 12, and that will be minus 10. So you have here 1 by minus 10 and into 2 minus 4 minus 3 and 1. So this is how you find the inverse of the B. Hopefully you understand how we have found the inverse of the matrix A and how we have found out the matrix, the inverse of the matrix B. Okay, so the next part is there is an equation given. It is AP equals to B. So I want to find out the value of the P. So I will make the P alone on the left side. So P will be equals to, because here we have this A is multiplied and it's a matrix. So when it will go on the other side, it will become inverse. So because this is on the first position here on the left side, so when it will go on the other side, its inverse will be also written on the first position on the right side. So you will have P equals to A inverse into B. So, and we have already found in this part that the A inverse is 2 minus 3 minus 1, 2, because this, when this 1 by 1 will multiply or divide, it will make no difference. So here we have the A inverse value, and here is the B value, and you just simply multiply them with each other. So you know, when we multiply 2 matrices, the rows from the first matrix, they multiply with the columns in the second matrix. So from here, this is the first row, and from here, this is the first column, and then this row will multiply with the second column. So you will have 2 into 1, 2 minus 3 into 3, that is minus 3. So now this row will multiply with this column. You will have 2 into 4, 8, minus 3 into 2, minus 6. Now the turn of the second row to multiply. So minus 1 will multiply with the 1, you will have minus 1, then 2 will multiply with the 6, and that you will have plus 6. Now this second row will multiply with this second column. So you will have minus 4 plus 4. So because minus 1 will multiply 4, and it will be minus 4, 2 will multiply with the 2, and it will be plus 4. So now you will have 2 minus 9, that's minus 7, 8 minus 6, it is 2, minus 1 plus 6, that's 5, minus 4 plus 4, and that is 0. So this is how you will find the value of the P. This is question number 8. It's a first part. Hopefully you understand. Let's move to the next part. Here we have Q into A is equals to B. I want to find out the value of the Q. So what we will do, I will take this A to the other side. This A is multiplying here, and when it will go to the other side, it will become inverse. Because this A is on the second position here, this is on the second position here. When it will go on the other side, its inverse will be also written on the second position. And we already know the value of the A inverse. That was the first portion of this question, where we found the value of the A inverse. So I already know the value of the A inverse. So I will put the values of the B and the A inverse here. So 1, 4, 3, 2, 2 minus 3 minus 1 and 2. So these two matrices, they are multiplied with each other. So multiplication, you know, here from here I will take this row, and from here I will take this column. So this first row will multiply with the first column, and then this first row will multiply with the second column. So here you have 1 multiplied to 2, 4 multiply minus 1 minus 4. Then 1 multiply minus 3, that will be minus 3. 2, 4 multiply with the 2, that will be plus 8. Now the turn of the second row to multiply with the first column and the second column. Okay, so the second row multiply with the first column, it will be 3 into 2, that is 6. And 2 multiply minus 1, that's minus 2. Then 3 will multiply with the minus 3, and that will be minus 9. Then 2 will multiply with the 2, that will be plus 4. So 2 minus 4, that will be minus 2, minus 3 plus 8, that will be plus 5. 6 minus 2, that will be 4, and minus 9 plus 4, that will be minus 5. So this is how you will find the value of the Q. This was the question number 8, and hopefully you have understood both the parts, that how we are using the determinants, adjoints, inverse to find the value of the Pn. So you have now the question number 9 coming up on your screen. It says, given that A is equals to 3, 1, 2, 1, and the B is equals to 2, 5, minus 1, and minus 3. He says, write down the inverse matrix of A. Use your results to find the matrices P and Q such that the AP is equals to B and the QA is equals to P. Okay, it's very simple. We will find out the inverse of this matrix, a very simple thing. Then I will use that inverse to find out the value of the P here. So AP is equals to B. So when you will make this P alone, this A will go on the other side and it will become its inverse, because the A is written on the first position on the left side. So its inverse will be also written on the first position on the right side. So in this one, QA is equals to B, because the A is written here on the second position. So when the A will go to the other side, so it will become its inverse. So this is on the second position on the left side. So when its inverse is written on the right side, that inverse should also be written on the second position. This is a very, very important concept which you have to follow. So okay, let's start this question. And here we go. So here the question number 9. You can see that A is equals to 3, 1, 2, 1. Here B is 2, 5, minus 1, minus 3. So I want to find out the A inverse, and you know the formula for the A inverse is 1 by A determinant into adjoint A. So how you can find the determinant of A? You multiply these two members along this diagonal minus these two members along this diagonal. So you will have 1 by here, 3 multiply 1 minus 2 multiply 1. And then you will have adjoint. In that joint, we interchange the location of these two members, and we change the signs of these two members. So you will have 1 minus 2 and 3. So this is 3 minus 2, and it will be 1. So 1 by 1 into this matrix. So this is the inverse of A. Hopefully you understand. And then the first part is that they say AP is equals to B. So I want to find out the value of the P. So P will be equals to A inverse into B, because A here was on the first position on the left side. So when you write its inverse on the other side, that inverse should also be written on the first position. So so A inverse into B. I know the value of the A inverse, the matrix who represents the A inverse, and that will be 1 and minus 1 and minus 2 and 1 and minus 1, minus 2 and 3. That is A inverse from here. Okay, so outside here I have 1 by 1. It multiplies with this member. It makes no difference. So that's why I have not written it here. So here we have put the value of the B. That's 2, 5 minus 1 minus 3. So when you multiply these two matrices, the matrix multiplication, from here I take the row, from here I take the column. So the first row will multiply with the first column, the first row will multiply with the second column. So 1 will multiply with the 2, then minus 1 will multiply with the minus 1. You can see here 2 plus 1. So 1 will multiply with the 5 plus minus 1 will multiply with the minus 3. So you will have 5 plus 3. Then the second row will multiply. The minus 2 will multiply with the 2. The second row will multiply with the first column. First members multiply with the first member, plus the second member multiplies with the second member. So minus 2 multiply 2, that will be minus 4. 3 multiply with minus 1, it will be minus 3. Then this second row will multiply with the second column. Minus 2 multiply with the 5, it will be minus 10. And 3 will multiply with the minus 3, that will be minus 9. So 2 plus 1, that will be 3. 5 plus 3, that will be 8. And minus 4 minus 3, that will be minus 7. Minus 10 minus 9, that will be minus 19. So this is the value of the B. Hopefully you understand. So let's move to the next part. So the next part is QA equals to B, and I want to find out the value of the Q. So I will take this A to the other side, and it will become A inverse, because the A on the left side was on the second position. So when it goes to the other side, its inverse will be also written on the second position. So B multiply A inverse, that will be equals to the Q. So just put these values. The B value is 2, 5, minus 1, minus 3. The A inverse value is 1, minus 1, minus 2, 3. So simply multiply these two matrices. You see, from here I will take the row, from here I will take the column. So the first member multiply with the first, second member multiply with the second. So you will have here 2 minus 10. Then this first row will multiply with the second column. So this first member multiply with the first member, plus this second member multiply with the second member. So here you will have minus 2 plus 15. Now the second row's turn is to multiply with this matrix. So the second row will multiply with the first column, and then the second row will multiply with the second column. So when you multiply second row with the first column, it will be minus 1 into 1, and it will be minus 1. And minus 3 multiply minus 2, that will be plus 6. Then it will multiply with the second column here. So minus 1 multiply minus 1, that will be plus 1. Minus 3 multiply plus 3, that will be minus 9. So 2 minus 10, it is minus 8. Minus 2 plus 15, it is 13. Minus 1 plus 6, that's 5. 1 minus 9, it is minus 8. So this is how you find the value of the Q. Hopefully, my dear students, you understand this. Okay, so let's go to the next part. But before that, I should show you the question. Okay, so here we have the question number 10 coming up on your screen. It says, given that A is equals to 2, 1, 5, 3, and B is equals to 3, 4, minus 2, 1. Write down the inverse matrix A inverse and use it to solve the following equations. Okay, so let's solve this. Here we go. The question number 10, and here we have the A is given, the B is given, note it down. And the first question was, the first part of the question is, find the A inverse. You know, A inverse is very simple. It has a formula. A inverse is equals to 1 by A determinant into adjoint A, and 1 by A determinant, 1 by A determinant, you multiply these two members along this diagonal, minus you multiply these two members along this diagonal. So you will have 2 into 3, 6, minus 5 into 1, that will be 5. So 6 minus 5, that will be 1. Then you have adjoint A. In the adjoint A, we interchange the position of these two members, location of these two members. So 3 will come here, 2 will come here. And along this diagonal, we simply change the signs of these members. Whatever their signs are, just change them. So you will have 3 minus 1 minus 5, 2. So outside here I have 1 by 1, and here you have 3 minus 1 minus 5 2. So the A inverse is 3 minus 1 minus 5 and 2. So this is how you find the inverse of A. Now the question number 10 A part is here, and AX is equals to B minus A. I know the value of the B, I know the value of the A, but this A is multiplying here. So I will take this A to the other side, it will become A inverse, but because this is on the first position on the left side, so when it will go to the other side, its inverse will be also written on the first position. So here you can see I've written it in the first position, and then I put a bracket around them because these two matrices are supposed to be subtracted. So first of all, I will subtract them. I will try to find out these values. So here you can see X is equal to, here I have written the A inverse value, which is coming from the previous part, and dot means multiply. And first of all, I put here curly brackets. So these two matrices, they are to be subtracted from each other. So, and curly bracket close. This is the value of the B matrix. This is the value of the A matrix. So you multiply them, so you subtract them. Sorry, I said multiply maybe. You have to subtract them first of all. This as it is, dot, and then 3 minus 2. It will be 1. 4 minus 1. It will be 3. Minus 2 minus 5. It will be minus 7. 1 minus 3. It will be minus 2. Now these two matrices, they are multiplying with each other. So from the first matrix, I will take the row. From here, I will take the column. So 3 ones are 3 minus 1 minus 7, that's plus 7. Now the first row will multiply with the second column. So 3 multiply 3, that's 9, minus 1 multiply minus 2, that's plus 2. Now the second rows turn to multiply. So the second row will multiply with the first column. So minus 1 into 5, minus 5 into 1, that will be minus 5, plus 2 multiply with minus 7, it will be minus 14. Now the second row will multiply with the second column. First members multiply with the first member, and the second member multiplies with the second member. So you will have minus 5 multiply 3, minus 15. 2 multiply with the minus 2, and that will be minus 4. So 3 plus 7, that is 10. 9 plus 2, that's 11. Minus 5 minus 14, that's minus 19. Minus 15 minus 4, and that's minus 19. So this is the value of the X. Hopefully you understand this part. It's showing up on your screen. And okay, so we are moving to the next part. Okay, so you can see YA equals to 3B plus 2A. We know the value of the B, we know the value of the A. Y I want to find out. So this A is multiplying with the Y, it will go to the other side, so it will become its inverse. Because it is on the second position on the left side, its inverse is also written on the second position on the right side. So I put brackets around these two, and you can see Y is equals to bracket 3B plus 2A, bracket close, and then A inverse. I already know the value of the A inverse. When we started this question number 10, we found the value of the A inverse. So I will use that value of the A inverse. So the B and the A value is also known. I will put a curly bracket here. So 3 into the value, the matrix B, plus 2 into the matrix A, and then the curly bracket closed, then dot, that this is the value of the A inverse. So I will this member multiply with this matrix, so it will multiply with all the members of this matrix. This 2 is multiplying with this matrix, so it will multiply all the members of this matrix. So you will have 3 into 3, 9, 3 into 4, 12, 3 into minus 2, that's minus 6, 3 into 1 is 3. 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 5 is 10, 2 into 3 is 6. So now I will add these two matrices with each other. So 9 plus 4, that's 13, 12 plus 2, that's 14, minus 6 plus 10, that's 4, 3 plus 6, that's 9. Now these two matrices, they are multiplying with each other. From here, I will take the row, and from here, I will take the column. So the first row will multiply with the first column, then the first row will multiply with the second column. Then the second row will multiply with the first column, then the second row will multiply with the second column. When the first row multiplies with the first column, it will be 3 into 13, that's 39. 14 into minus 5, that's minus 70. Then the first row will multiply with the second column, and I will write the answer here. So 13 minus 1, that's minus 13. 14 multiplied by 2, that's 28. 4, now this is the second row's turn to multiply, so it will multiply with the first column. So 4 multiplied 3, that's 12. 9 multiplied with -5, that's -45. Then the second row will multiply with the second column. 4 multiply -1, that's -4. 9 multiply 2, that's 18. So you will have 39 minus 70, that's -31. -13 plus 28, that's 15. 12 minus 45, that's -33. And -4 plus 18, that's 14. So you found the value of the y. My dear students, I hope you understand this question. So this is question number 10. It's second part. Hopefully you understand. So let's go to the next part, and that's the next question. And the next question is, okay, so the next part is, where's the next part? Yeah, okay. Okay, let me reduce the size a little bit. So, okay. So this is the question number 11 coming up on your screen. He says A is equals to 2, 3, 0, 4, B is equal to 1 by 2 minus K 0 2 A, and C is equals to 6, 2 minus 3 H. There are 4 parts of this question. The first part, he says evaluate A square. And the second part, he says if A is equals to A, B equals to I, find the value of the K and of the A. The third part is find the value of the H for which the determinant A is equals to determinant C. And the fourth part is if B determinant is equals to C determinant, find the value of the H when the A is equals to 3. So these are the questions. This is question number 11. These are the 4 parts of this question. So let's try these questions. Okay. So question number 11, and its first part is coming up on your screen. It says question number 11, A is given, which is 2, 3, 0, 4. They want us to find out the A square. It's a very famous question, very, very famous question, frequently asked in the Cambridge O-level exams. And they give you a matrix and they ask its square. So A square basically means A multiply A, matrix A multiply with the matrix A. So A square means A multiply A. So that will be 2, 3, 0, 4 multiply with 2, 3, 0, 4. So this is matrix multiplication. From the first matrix, I take the row. From the second matrix, I take the column. So the first row multiply with the first column, then the first row multiply with the second column, then the second row multiplies with the first column, and then the second row multiply with the second column. This is how you multiply them. So when this first row will multiply with the first column, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 2s are 4 plus 3 zeros are 0. Then 2 3s are 6 and 3 4s are 12. Now the second row will multiply with the first column, 0 multiplied 2, that will be 0. 4 multiplied 0, that will be again 0. So then the second row will multiply with the second column, 0 multiplied 3, that will be 0. And 4 multiplied 4, that will be 16. So 4 plus 0, that will be 4. 16 plus 12, that will be 18. 0 plus 0, that will be 0. 0 plus 16, that will be 16. So you got the value of the A square. It's a very, very famous question. Okay, question number 11, and its second part, he says A is this, 2, 3, 0, 4. B is 1 by 2 minus K 0 to A. They have given us, it's the given statement that the A multiply B is equals to I. I is the identity matrix, and its value is 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So it's given that A and B is equals to I. So I will put this simply the value of the A and the B here, and the I value here. Okay, so 2, 3, 0, 4, 1 by 2 minus K 0, 1. 2A equals to 1, 0, 0, 1. So I will multiply these two matrices with each other. So you can see 2 into 1 by 2, that will be 1. 3 multiplies 0, that will be 0. Now this first row will multiply with the second column. So you will have 2 multiply with minus K, that's minus 2K. 3 multiply with 2A, that is plus 6A. Now this second row will multiply with this first column here. 0 multiply 1 by 2, that's 0. 4 multiply 0, that's 0. Now this second row will multiply with the second column. 0 multiply minus K, that's 0. 4 multiplied 2A, that is plus 8A. So 1 plus 0, that is 1, minus 2K plus 6A will remain as it is. 0 plus 0, that's 0. 0 plus 8a is 8a. And that whole thing is equals to 1, 0, 0, 1. So they are equal. So you can do the comparison. So you see 8, 1 is equals to 1, 0 is equal to 0. So it means 8a will be equals to 1 here. So we are comparing the corresponding elements. And so you will have 8, 8a equals to 1. So 8a is equals to 1. So a will be equals to 1 by 8. Now I compare this member with this member. So you will have minus 2k plus 6a equals to 0. Minus 2k plus 6. I know the value of the a, that is 1 by 8 equals 0. So this will become 3 by 4. It's adding here. We take it to the other side, it will subtract. So you will have minus 2k equals to minus 3 by 4. Minus minus will be gone. This 2 will go on this side, it will divide. So you will have k equals to 3 divided by downstairs, I write 4 into 2. And that will be 3 by 8. So this is the value of the k. Hopefully you understand. So question number 11 and its third part is showing up on your screen, and it says a is equals to 2, 3, 0, 4, c is equals to 6, 2, minus 3, and h. It is given to us that determinant of a and the determinant of c, they both are equal. So the determinant of this will be 2 into 4 minus 0 into 3. Determinant of this will be 6 into h minus 3 into 2. So here I have written that 2 into 4 and 8, 0 into 3, that's 0. Here 6 into 8, 6h minus 3 into 2, it will be plus 6. So you have 8 minus 0 equals to 6h plus 6. So 8, bring this to this side. So 8 minus 6 is equal to 6h. So it will be 2, take this 2, which is take this 6, which is multiplying with the h to the other side. So it will be 2 by 6 and h will be equals to 1 by 3. So h is equals to 1 by 3. Hopefully you understand. It's an easy question. Okay, so we have question number 11 and it's fourth part. So b is equals to, and this is given in the question, 1 by 2 minus k 0 2a. C is given that 6 2 minus 3h. Given the statement given in the question is that determinant of b and determinant of c, they are equal to each other. Their question is what is the value of the h, and he says take the value of the a as 3. Okay, so the determinant of b is equals to determinant of c. It is given in the question, so I will multiply these two members minus multiply these two members. So 1 by 2 into 2a minus 0 into minus k. Same way, determinant of c, multiply these two members and minus multiply these two members. So you will have 6 into h minus 3 into 2. So here 2 cancel, a minus, this will become 0, 6h plus 6. So you will have a equals to 6h plus 6. The value of the a is given, it is 3. So in the place of a, I will put 3, substitute the a with 3, equals to 6h plus 6, and 6h is equals to 3 minus 6. This minus 6 plus 6 gone to the other side. So 6h is equals to minus 3, h is equals to minus 3 by 6, and that is equals to minus 1 by 2. So by this question, we have reached the end of this exercise. So my dear students, I hope that this video will help you to understand the determinant and the inverse and some questions which are related with this concept. So we were working on the exercise 5D. This was D4, a new syllabus mathematics, 7th edition. It's book 4. And I tried my best to explain you the concepts. If you find this video interesting and if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to like this video. If you think this video can help your friends and your class fellows, your senior students or your junior students, don't hesitate to share the link of this video in your friends' Facebook and on your Instagram, because that will help me to promote my YouTube channel, and that also helps me out, and it's like a fuel to my to my work. So thank you very much, everybody. It is a pleasure teaching you all. So thank you very much once again, and have a good day, and God bless you all.